So Manchester United are pretty confident, according to reports, about getting Adam Wharton for a set price. Could that simply be because they already know that money is coming in for Marcus Rashford? This is Forever United TV. I'm Adam. I'm bringing you your Sunday updates. Everybody, welcome along to the video. Get your comments in below on all the topics. We're talking Rashford. We're talking that obligation being triggered by Barcelona, already convinced by Marcus Rashford, and Manchester United are spending that money already. We could say that. We could say that about Adam Wharton. That £60 million bid. We were talking about that this morning, but more reports have come out through the day later on about Manchester United confidently looking at Adam Wharton as the replacement for Casemiro, obviously, who is going to be out of contract at the end of the season and out of the door. But what is the story on Barcelona's hunt for Marcus Rashford on a permanent deal? We heard the other day that they were looking to take Manchester United for an even cheaper price than the original set fee as the option to buy, which we're talking about right now. But reports over in Spain are all stating now that Barcelona are convinced that they cannot get Marcus Rashford for any cheaper than what that price is. Manchester United would not budge on that price. It is a mere 26 million quid for Marcus Rashford to make his deal permanent to Barcelona, and there Manchester United now feel comfortable. Well, if you say 26 million for Rashford, how the hell are we going to buy Adam Wharton? Well, of course, it doesn't work like that straightforward anyway. You look at the 100%, the pure profit aspects of Marcus Rashford's move away. Added to that, the Alejandro Garnacho, that's £66 million worth of pure profit for Manchester United to spend. And let's not forget, Alejandro Garnacho was also sold after Manchester United made all of their spends this summer. I know you can calculate it through the rest of the year and look at it that way, but Rashford to leave Manchester United on a permanent deal is probably the best outcome for everybody right now. And Manchester United, I think, have made it clear here, looking at these reports, that Barcelona are not going to be able to take Marcus Rashford on any kind of cheaper deal. In fact, Manchester United would work it the other way, knowing that Marcus Rashford still has plenty of time left in his contract and therefore could easily just say no to either the player or Barcelona in terms of this move if they wanted to make it let's just say a cheeky deal, a cheeky price or offer for Rashford. So 26 million is set. Is there an agreement in place here where Barca don't go lower than that? Manchester United don't go higher than that, because Manchester United are reportedly hoping to get more money for Marcus Rashford, according to some reports. But all of this has been put together now, and it does look like Marcus Rashford is set to be a Barcelona player for the foreseeable future and more, it would seem. And it is a massive, massive plus point for Manchester United, because Marcus Rashford leaving for 26 million isn't just 26 million. In a PSR term, Marcus Rashford, with his wages on top of that, would be saving Manchester United near 50 million quid. There you go again. Adam Wharton and that rumour of Crystal Palace obviously expecting him to leave in the summer. This would not happen, by the way, in January. And I just mentioned summer there. Any move for Adam Wharton would be the summer transfer window of 2026. United already adding smaller players, you could say, to their squad list in younger 17-year-old players like a Roscoe, and also looking at Mohamed Dabo as well, who has been on trial at the football club. But a ready-made midfielder kind of tells you that United are not just looking at one, possibly two, maybe even three new midfielders coming into the football club next summer. One of them might actually still arrive in January, and the talk of Carlos Baleba is still there and is still motoring. We heard yesterday that Baleba is looking likely to want to push for a transfer request to Brighton for January this year. He is the only option for Manchester United of significance really to try and go for in January, because he isn't really in favour with Hertzler at the moment, as we explained in yesterday's video. So if you haven't watched that one, do go and watch it back with all the information on Baleba. Wharton is not going to happen in January. Neither is somebody like Elliot Anderson. Anything that Manchester United want to do on that type of player is going to happen in the summer transfer market. So Adam Wharton looks set to be paid for by Marcus Rashford, it would seem, because Barcelona now, after speaking, having meetings, apparently, according to these reports, are now set to definitely trigger that clause. We all thought that this was a straightforward deal anyway. You're not going to turn down 26 million. Like, Manchester United saved a fortune on Marcus Rashford's wages this season already. The fact that we are now looking ahead to get that 26 million on top of that, and then them wages completely off the books, is a massive, massive bonus for Manchester United. A huge bonus for Manchester United, in fact. And the substantial amount of money that United would save with the likes of Casemiro and Marcus Rashford being off the wage bill next season would give them comfortably enough money to spend and bring an Adam Wharton in. This all does fall down into the category of ifs, though, because Ruben Amorim needs to get this team over the line in Europe next season, because United would have competition. Adam Wharton, I don't think, is ready to move to Manchester United as easy as what Carlos Baleba is. Going off the reports and what's been said, Adam Wharton wants to move away from Crystal Palace at the end of this season. Baleba wants to move in January. He's all in on United and agreed personal terms already. Not so Adam Wharton, and could be in the market for a move to a Champions League club potentially. And Liverpool being top of that list of interested football clubs for Manchester United to battle it out with in the summer. Pressure is on Ruben Amorim to get United moving forward. I think we would have to have some form of European football on the table ready to offer Adam Wharton going in to transfer negotiations at least. In terms of the other news going around Manchester United, it is now being said that Harry Maguire has been given a new contract proposal by Manchester United. Sources have come out and said from Harry Maguire's side of things, a deal is now on the table, a proposal is there. We have spoken about this throughout the last few days. Fabrizio Romano has been talking as well about Manchester United being in contact with representatives of Harry Maguire. It does look like the 33-year-old centre-back has been offered another contract. Still no full details on this and what it would be, but he's definitely going to open up the debate again around Manchester United's planning for the future. Only this morning we spoke about everything that was going on with Manchester United, how we move forward. Are these older players necessary anymore? Yes, they may be professional. Yes, their experience is valid and it will help some of the younger players coming through, but they will still want to play. If they're contracted to play football at Manchester United, they will want to play. And are them players actively stopping some of the younger players coming through and getting a spot in the side? That's the concern with the Manchester United faithful at the moment, because the likes of Aiden Heaven and Lenny Yoro could be pushed back if Harry Maguire is in that squad, because we're also hearing today that Leacher is back in the first week of November. So Leacher's return, Lisandro Martinez, is now a matter of 3 weeks away from being back and available for Manchester United to play again, first team football. So then you've got Leacher, you've got Maguire, you've got Shaw, you've got De Ligt, you've got 4 centre-backs there of seniority over the likes of Heaven and Yoro. Yoro and Heaven are not full internationals yet. The other 4, you could argue, are, if they are consistently playing football. And that's a problem for Manchester United and the likes of Lenny Yoro and Aiden Heaven. Is Ruben Amorim really looking at the short term here and not the future? Again, that topic was there this morning. We discussed that. But to add to what we spoke about, that proposal apparently is now on the table. So this is getting more and more real on Harry Maguire actually being offered a new contract at Manchester United, to the point now where it's on the table and he is ready to sign it. We'll see what happens throughout the week on that one. We'll also keep you completely up to date with all of the transfer in rumours. The Adam Wharton one sounds nice, but there's a lot to do before that could happen, and only happen in the summer transfer window, not the January transfer window. That looks like it is all on Carlos Baleba right now. Marcus Rashford is going a long way to bankroll in Manchester United's summer as well, saving the club somewhere in the region of 50 million with the transfer fee and the wages off the books. You add the 20 million wages of Casemiro to that, and maybe a cut price Harry Maguire deal. You can see where United feel comfortable that they're going to have another big summer. If you add European football to that as well, then you're really talking for Manchester United, and we could seriously be looking at big improvements in this squad. There is a lot resting now on what happens now for the rest of this season. And now that the international break is well and truly into its last few days, we're on countdown to that massive game against Liverpool on Sunday. All of this talk and all of this chance that we get to speak about other news in the international break starts to focus and be held up by Manchester United really performing on the pitch now. Full focus will be again on these sorts of stories when the next international break comes, but that is it after that one. All Ruben can do is work with the players that he's got. He needs to at least be in touching distance of European football to see the benefit of potentially one of these players coming in the January transfer window. Therefore, giving him a better chance, maybe, to have a strong finish to the season. We will see on all of these stories. I am usually live on a Sunday night, but with the news being so sparse and obviously there isn't as much to talk about, we're just giving you your quick headlines and updates. I will be back live again tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock with your full normal schedule, everybody. All that's left for me to say is enjoy what's left of your weekend, everybody. I will be back. Get your comments into the comment section, all three of them topics. And please hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button up on your screen right now. I will see you all tomorrow morning.